Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hari ini kita akan belajar Puff Pastry.
Now I'll demonstrate the English lock-in method with a book fold and a simple fold. This will create 49 layers. When we did the traditional fold, or traditional lock-in with the 3 simple folds, we created 55 layers. The advantage to this method is one swipe through the sheeter. We don't have to put our dough in the refrigerator to relax and return to the sheeter to finish. So it's a very effective and efficient way to produce dough. So now our butter fits the dough. The dough is 1.5 times the size of the butter block. We'll fold the first piece over, fold this piece over, just tap it down lightly. I like to give it a little bit of pressure to make sure that it doesn't kind of unravel when we run it through the sheeter. So now we'll rotate the dough 90 degrees, and because our butter and the dough are the same consistency, we're able to get these folds evenly. And now I'll show the 4-fold. And I like to do the 4-fold first because it creates more pressure or more stress on the dough. So we won't have to elongate it as much for the 3rd. Line it up. Make sure everything is flush in all directions. And let's make sure that there are no gaps in our lamination. So there's our 4-fold, and now we'll do a simple fold. Rotate it 90 degrees as usual. Now we give our final fold, which is a simple fold. So now that we've extended the dough, we can wrap it and chill it for a minimum of 2 hours before it's ready to process. going to demonstrate a traditional lock-in with 3 simple folds that will create 55 layers in a laminated dough. Today we're using the 25% whole wheat laminated dough. To laminate effectively, we need to make this dough twice the size in one direction of the butter block. So I compare, and I can see that I'm pretty much the same here, but I want to make it the same size here. I want the butter to line up with the dough like this. So extend it using the sheeter. Good fit. So now, and I always have it slightly smaller because when the dough goes through, it elongates this way. The compression will also make the dough slightly longer this way. Now we have the butter block centered in the dough. We'll fold it in each side, seal it, and begin extending it. I want to make the dough about 12 or 13 inches in this direction, and then I will rotate it 90 degrees to elongate it. So now that the dough is 3 times longer than it is wide, we'll do a simple fold, also known as a tri-fold. Before I commit to this and press this down, I want to make sure that everything is lined up. And I want to straighten this out because anywhere there's dough, there should be more dough so that we don't lose any layers. Okay, there's our first tri-fold. You should be flush. The dough should be flush here, here, and on this side. And as you can see, we've achieved that. Now we're going to complete the second tri-fold. So we'll rotate the dough in this direction. Anytime you're lengthening the dough, the open ends or the exposed ends should be running perpendicular to yourself. Now we'll give a second tri-fold, and I just want to make sure that it's even all the way so that we don't have any gaps. Check it for size. It fits. Make sure this line is straight and that these sides are flush. I will return this to the freezer for 30 to 40 minutes so the gluten can relax, the fat can firm, and then we'll give it one final tri-fold. I'm going to demonstrate a traditional lock-in with 2 book folds to create more layers with less time on the sheeter, involving not returning to the freezer and coming back out. So it's a more efficient way of production. Now the dough is approximately twice the size of the butter, and the dough and the butter are the same consistency. And remember, it's not the temperature of the dough and the butter, but it's the consistency. Butter at 40 degrees is very hard and brittle. Dough at 40 degrees is still somewhat malleable. So now that we have them both at the same consistency, you can see we can give the folds effectively. I'm going to fold this side in. I'm going to fold this side in. Now with a knife, and remember, on the belt, you cannot drag the knife, you must just make a downward cut. I'm going to trim into the butter. Elongate this piece slightly. trim, invert the dough so that the butter is down. These little pieces here fill in the gaps. And now we'll just tap this lightly to adhere the dough to the butter and the butter to the dough. What I like about this lock-in is anywhere there's dough, there's butter. Anywhere there's butter, there's dough. So there's no need to trim later. And now I'll rotate the dough 90 degrees so I can make it 4 times as long as it is wide. And we'll give a 4-fold. And now we repeat the process. And now that the dough is approximately 10 to 12 inches, we'll rotate it 90 degrees and extend it 4 times the width again. So now we've extended the dough. We'll execute one more 4-fold. And that's it. We can put it in the freezer for 30 to 40 minutes to let the dough relax, and then I move it to the refrigerator, hold it up for 2 hours or overnight, and it's ready to process.